This is Mr. Lowry, your friendly media specialist. I have 5 great books I cannot wait to tell you about. In this installment of 5 in 5, we focus on wordless books. Wordless books. Before I continue, I want to thank you for all of the volunteers who are willing to time me this time to keep me in the 5 minutes. I went with the first volunteer, and that's Mrs. Gilbertson. So Mrs. Gilbertson's going to keep me within the time frame today. Sometimes we forget about wordless books and what a powerful reading experience it can be. I find that the wordless books provide us a great opportunity to have those literacy rich conversations, a great opportunity to practice those analytical and inferential thinking skills with kids at all levels, a great opportunity to practice picture reading, as well as a great opportunity to practice storytelling. I'll start with the most simplistic and work to the most complex. Could be used at a lot of different levels. I start with Draw by Raoul Colon. This came out last year, and we meet a boy that, as the artist tells us later, could be himself, as he is sitting in his bedroom in his apartment in New York City, and as he starts drawing, he is literally transported into his drawings. We meet a variety of different animals with these beautiful, lush illustrations, and this really is a testament to the power of imagination. In the second story, which also came out last year, Marla Frazie's The Farmer and the Clown, is ultimately a story about friendship, and kind of an unlikely friendship. After a clown baby has been bounced off the clown train, he is found by a farmer who is just really surveying his property. The farmer, even though he doesn't want to, takes a hold of the hand of the clown baby, and they start a pretty unique friendship as they start learning about each other. A great story about, even though we may be different, that there are great ways to find similarities and to build friendships. Also, just really beautiful illustrations. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I wanted to put 2 here, but I wanted to stay within the rules as well. This is Journey by Aaron Becker. This came out 2 years ago and is the beginning of a trilogy, an adventure that a young girl creates because of the crayon that is in her hand. It is really a story about imagination and friendship, and she creates then this world that she dives into, and an adventure like no other. There's a lot of details in this story that students can really pore over, and if they're careful from the beginning to the end, they can really do make some pretty great connections, as well as some pretty great predictions. The second book, Quest, is just as good as the first, where this young girl and now her new best friend go on a journey to go on a quest, to save the kingdom. This is some really unique storytelling by Aaron Becker. Unspoken by Henry Cole is a wordless text that is all about the Underground Railroad. So although this could be a really nice introduction to the Underground Railroad for younger students, this also could be a great way to dive into this topic for older students, as this is maybe something they're studying within their 4th grade or 5th grade curriculum. Mrs. Gilbertson says I have just about a minute to go, so I'm just about perfect for time. The last one is one that I've talked to a couple of you lately about. Is called The Arrival. Shantan is one of my favorite graphic novelists, as well as wordless illustrators. And in this one, this is essentially a story about immigration and about people coming to a new country. At the beginning of this text, it seems like this could be an immigration story from the beginning of the 1900s, but as we page through, we realize that this is an immigration story that is well into the future and into a very different location, one like we have never ever seen before. What I love about this is that it's the same themes of immigration and what might be difficult for a person coming to a new country. But this is told in a way that we as a reader even have to use our best inferencing skills to figure out what is going on, putting us really in the place of the new immigrant. That's The Arrival by Shantan. I have 10 seconds to go. These are 5 for 5 for your own pleasure reading or with your students. Have a great day. Thank you.